Welcome back to Twin Football, the YouTube channel that covers the NFL and the Premier League. Today, I want to talk about Chelsea versus Astana, reaction and review overall of Chelsea's performance and where they stand. Thank you very much for joining us. Please hit that like and subscribe button. Let's go ahead and jump straight into it. Chelsea took on Astana in Kazakhstan, thousands of miles away from London and Stamford Bridge in a Conference League game in negative 10-degree weather, absolutely freezing conditions. I thought in the past couple of seasons, if we were to go off and play this type of game, especially with such a control on the league table as a whole, obviously a lot more teams in the league table for the Conference League than in the small groups that were in the Europa or Champions League over the last couple of seasons. But in the past, this would have been a 1-1 draw, 2-2 draw, maybe a 1-0 victory, kind of go there, let the cold kind of dictate the game, maybe a corner kick, a set piece, and you get the goal. Especially if I would have told myself that Maresca is going to have, again, a full set of changes, but also a lot of youth players, not your regular changes where you see João Felix and Badiashile and maybe a Lavia Caicedo, Enzo appearance there, Gusto. None of this type of 11 change where it was predominantly a full 11 switch with a lot of academy youth players coming through, plus maybe Neto. No Nkunku in this game. You had Guy score 2 goals, got a brace, which is super exciting for him. Even could have had 3 or 4 in this game. Very unexpected to be 3-0 up after 35 minutes. Absolutely flying out of the gates. The team playing with confidence, zipping the ball around. It was freezing cold, but they played extremely well and dominated the first half of that game. The second half maybe let it go a little bit. That was more what I expected for the full game, but job was already done. You go up 3-0 against a team like Astana, you need to be taking all 3 points pretty comfortably, and we're able to do that and fly back for this weekend's game. Conference League has been as expected for Maresca. Easy wins, rotating. We released that video a couple months ago thanking Manchester United for putting us in the Conference League, or that Maresca should be thanking Manchester United for putting him in the Conference League, because it's allowed him to deal with a bloated squad, keep everybody happy, and get the players playing and training well week in, week out, the entire squad. He doesn't have to deal with ego or players not wanting to play because they know they're not going to be playing on the weekend. This tournament has given all of this opportunity to so many of the squad players to train hard during the week and go out and perform in a meaningful game on the weekend. And that has made Maresca's life so much easier. Chelsea fans get to see these thrashings of teams that really they have no business playing against. And it's built confidence of players. It's built the training. It's built all of that. All of it comes together. And it's all because they've been put in a Conference League, which really they shouldn't have ever been in. Only in the Conference League because Manchester United won the FA Cup and pushed us out of the Europa League. So a great start in the Conference League. That's it. We are through to the next round pretty comfortably. We'll see what the squad is to be added in. Will Cole Palmer be added into the squad for these knockout stages? I hope so. I expect him to do so. I don't know that he will be playing in all of these games, but I think he needs to be in the squad in case you do need him in the later stages. So there you have it. A great game and a great performance against Astana in a game that really tested the mentality of the whole entire squad. Freezing cold conditions, comfortable grip of the game, and they still were able to exchange a full 11 and give it everything. And that is what you want to see. That mentality is what we saw with Tuchel when he came in and went on a great run to obviously win the Champions League. And even with Antonio Conte back in 16-17 after the formation shift against Arsenal, that 3-0 loss to Arsenal, the players bought in. You got this energy going and it was infectious. And when you have all your entire squad playing this well, it's how you can go on these unbeaten runs. Chelsea unbeaten now, 10 games at home. The only loss at home was against Manchester City to start the season. Unbeaten in the Conference League, a great run of games now. Games 5-1 against Southampton, good win against Brighton recently as well. And now Conference League continues to roll on. Good win against Villa, 3-0. So the way we're winning, the way the team is playing, it's just reminding me of all of those trophy-laden seasons, and I'm expecting that. I'm excited for it. Let's go. Here we go. And a very important stretch of this season is the festive period. We sit second in the Premier League, and we got Brentford on the weekend. Brentford is a team that has beaten us in the last 2 seasons at Stamford Bridge. We have 11 total losses in the last 2 seasons at Stamford Bridge. Brentford are 2 of them, including a 4-1 thrashing a couple of years ago. And they have been a bogey team for Chelsea. But like I said, 10 unbeaten at home in the last 10 out of 11 total for the season. We need to keep that form up, especially against a team that has 1 point in all of their away games. Brentford 19th in the table. If you only count points from away games, they are abysmal. The only team, they're level on points with Southampton, for example, in terms of points gained away from home. Chelsea have to dominate this game. They have to win this game. This is a game that I would put as a marker in terms of mentality shift, in terms of our trajectory for the end of the season. You have to win games like this against teams that you either struggle with, they cause you problems in the past. Can you get the mentality to push through? Because that's what you need. When there's a team that for no reason, it's not skill-based, it's not talent-based, they just have your number, it turns eventually into a mentality thing. We talked about it, Ohio State versus Michigan. The reason Ohio State lost that football game against Michigan was mentality. Their mentality towards playing Michigan, it's not strong enough. They want to win a certain way, they want to play a certain way, and they have no ability to adapt to what the game needs. And when you're a good, confident team, you play your game. You don't play against the team. So you play your game. You should beat Brentford. They need the mentality to do so. I expect to do so. Chelsea, all 3 points to stay second in the Premier League this weekend. Let me know your thoughts on where Chelsea will finish this year, your thoughts on the scores of the weekend, and enjoy the football.